In my small town of Shannon, Georgia, there is a plot of land on the other side of the highway, and as long as I can remember, it has always been a restaurant. It has never been the same restaurant, though. In fact, it has been 10 different restaurants. In my 21 years on this planet, I can remember that place being a whopping 10 different restaurants. New restaurants have a insanely high failure rate, with a 17% closure rate within the first year and around a 50% closure rate within 5 years. This highlights the need for restaurant owners to know how important those reviews are and understand how they can be negative and positive reviews to create a long lasting successful business. If owners do not utilize these reviews, they will end up like all the other restaurants across Highway 53 in Shannon, Georgia. Intuitive Consulting Group was founded by a small team of business students who noticed that many local restaurants struggle to recover from negative reviews and poor communication. We wanted to create a space that focused on helping restaurants/businesses. And our purpose and inspiration comes from the idea that from a dream one of us had last year. The dream was one of our friend groups started a business together. We did a lot of research, and this is one of the most profitable businesses in Georgia, so decided to give it a go. At Intuitive Consulting, we believe every business should respect and care for their customers. It's important to have credibility amongst your customers. Our team values honesty, teamwork, and accountability. We pride ourselves on treating every client's business as if we're our own, showing that we truly care about their success. Our mission is to help restaurants strengthen their brand image and customer relationships. A lot of businesses face obstacles and give up. This is where we come in for assistance. We aim to turn every guest experience into a positive one. Building a strong brand is also a key. A lot of different factors contribute to a business's success. It's important to take as many notes as possible. Our team meets regularly to share ideas, listen to one another, and provide honest feedback. Group FaceTimes are a main way of communication besides our group chat. We understand that strong communication with our team helps better serve our clients. My name is Grayson Phillips, and I am a team member for Intuitive Consulting. Some roles I possess are optimizing daily operations, improving menus, and creating marketing plans. I have been in the business for a couple of years, and I have a track record of turning a business around. While in school, I studied in marketing and also management while also attending a certification in sales. This is important because of my track record. I am a person who knows I am credible and can get things done. The restaurant I reviewed was a higher end burger and barbecue joint called Blossom Hill. It serves mostly just American foods with a specialty being burgers. Blossom Hill is located in downtown Rome in a killer location with awesome sights and atmosphere. Two competitors of Blossom Hill are John Henry's and Harvest Moon. They both are American dining joints. They are different due to both Harvest Moon and John Henry's having a much larger selection of American food, not offering barbecue like Blossom Hill does. In this slide, I've created an SWOT analysis chart displaying the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats that Blossom Hill faces. Some strengths that I saw in reviews consist of they have a great atmosphere, tasty food, they are group friendly, and they have a very nice staff. Some weaknesses include they are slow to get food, the food is pricey, and the food has small portions. Some opportunities I can see from reviews is I think Blossom Hill needs to implement a takeout service, and they also need to add a seasonal drink menu and a food menu. Some threats I could perceive in the future harming the business is rising food costs and a vast amount of competition. Now we're going to talk about the restaurant strengths I saw from reviews. This one person said, nice place and atmosphere, neighborhood vibe, staff are friendly and accommodating. The courtyard area is very nice, has a cornhole toss, a bar, and lots of seating. Great place to take a group. I saw a majority of the reviews praising the atmosphere you guys have, even in the negative reviews. You receive praise for the atmosphere, so in this case, you are doing it right. In other restaurants, I truly believe the atmosphere y'all guys provide is far much more superior than the other guys downtown. This person said, visited Rome over the weekend. We had a lunch at this place. Our experience was so nice that I was compelled to give a review. 5 stars from me and my wife, from the cashier Amber to the servers and the host. Last Saturday, November 1st. Everyone was great. They even refilled my coffee after brunch hours. The bathroom was notably clean and organized, which most likely was the same about the kitchen. So great service all around from the great folks. I've heard a lot of great things about the service and the staff, all mostly positive. The staff is definitely friendly, but my only complaint would just have your service a tad quicker. This person said, "This was the best barbecue I've had since I've been down the southeast. Real sauce, not the vinegar and mustard stuff." I can agree with that one. I do not like the mustard barbecue and the vinegar based. But this is an awesome review for you guys. This is the food that really sets you apart from other competitors, so always make sure it's the best quality and taste. And are doing it right here. I think this is y'all's best review I've seen. We're gonna go ahead and get into the negative reviews, this and to the restaurant weaknesses that I saw from the reviews. This person said, "Got about 2 to 3 ounces of dry chicken on my $15 salad. Was only charged $4 extra on a kid's meal to have a mac and cheese as her side on top of the original $7 price for the kids meal. I wouldn't go back." So if you guys are going to charge top dollar, you must make sure the food is to standard before the kitchen sends it out. Make sure the kitchen has it right, because once it's been sent out, there's nothing you can do about it. And I've worked in restaurants for a while, and once it's sent out, it's now coming back, and that review's coming. This reviewer said, "The food I had was not worth eating. The brisket fat cap had to be pulled off with a fork and was super dry. The white barbecue sauce only tasted like vinegar, and so did the beans." Same thing here, and this is a kitchen issue. Take a closer eye on the kitchen staff and make sure they're doing it right. Once again, once the food is sent out, there's nothing you can do, so make it right the first time. This is how you're going to lose business. Now, lastly, for the weaknesses I saw in reviews, this person said, "Food portions were small, cost was high for us, especially when they automatically added a tip to my bill." Me personally, I don't agree with automatically adding tips to bills unless it's a large crowd. I'm not sure the situation might have been a large crowd, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. And also, this may be an issue down the road, especially coming closer to Christmas. People do not want to spend their money eating out this time. So you may need to increase portions during this time, just for this time, to make sure the customer spends their money, like makes it feel like they're spending their money like well worth it. Because money is starting to get tight right now for preparing for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I didn't see a lot of reviews like offering their recommendations, but some recommendations I can make out of, like reading between the lines of all the reviews, is I would invest a lot more into y'all's barbecue. I see many people complaining about it, and not saying y'all are doing a good job. Most of the stuff I see is positive, but a lot of the stuff I see like negative is pertaining to y'all's barbecue. And there are like very few barbecue joints in Rome, especially downtown. There's one other place close in proximity, I would say. So if y'all lock down the barbecue, you can have a banging business, a lot of profit right there. Another recommendation I make is increase the demand for delivery and takeout. I don't have a takeout system or like a Uber Eats like setup like DoorDash where people can come pick up food, like call in orders. I definitely do that. And lastly, I would add seasonal menu items and mostly drink like seasonal menu for like an alcohol sales. Like this will increase alcohol sales like tremendously. It's also something like your servers can just throw out there to like have a talking point and maybe even make a sale. So I think these are all the opportunities that I perceive for y'all just reading reviews. To the restaurant threats from the reviews I saw, the main threat I see is people leaving for other businesses. I know a new barbecue place has opened up in Rome, and I can see people liking that place more if the service y'all have is out of the par. Like food times are slow coming out, or I've seen people complaining about barbecue being undercooked or chewy, rubbery. So things like that. Also, there are many places downtown that offer a burger. A burger is probably the most like competitive game right now in food. Like everybody's trying to open up a burger joint right now, and there's a lot of like everywhere downtown is going to have a burger. So y'all are gonna have to compete to that. There's numerous ways that you can differentiate yourselves out there to be the best burger joint. But lastly, with the rising food costs, people may not be willing to spend the money on our products if it's too expensive. So right there's another thing we're gonna have to figure out, especially getting around that time of Christmas where people don't want to spend money. Conclusion: managing your restaurant reviews is very important. You should check reviews daily and manage how you're going to respond to these and how to move forward to maximize your business's profits. Uh, my main advice: start responding to your reviews and create a positive business environment around these reviews, and it'll take it a long way between you and your customers. So take every review serious. And lastly, I've enjoyed having the opportunity to view your restaurant and potentially help you out. I like nothing more than helping out others, and I truly believe after this session I can do just that. So thank you. So this is it, the final stretch. If y'all want to reach out to use us, please do join our family. Our phone number is 888-888-8888. Our email is name@intuitiveconsulting.com, and you can find us online at intuitiveconsulting.com. If you reach out to us by phone number via text message, we will send you out a complimentary water bottle if you provide your address. So I really enjoyed working with y'all guys. I appreciate y'all, and thank y'all so much for your time. Thank you.